Speaking of Ronson versus Remi, Ollie, would you say you're drawn to one of the other songs over the other, or do you kind of not see them as particularly different?
I kind of think they're like two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Ronson's kind of coming at things from this more pop-oriented angle, whereas I think you can hear the reggae influences in what Remi's trying to do. I think it's interesting that, with the exception of Tears Dry, Ronson produced pretty much all the big radio hits from this album. So Back to Black, You Know I'm No Good, Rehab, and obviously, he did that other one. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Valerie. Didn't really get much radio time when it came out.
Very good, very funny.
But don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing Ronson, because as you say, I think Wake Up Alone is one of his best songs on that album. But if you had to make me choose, I'm probably going to go with Remi. Why? What are you thinking about that?
I mean, I'm not sure I could pick between the two. Like you say, two sides of the same coin is a cliche that actually applies totally in this situation. I think...
All right, then, well, I could ask you a different question then. Because this is something that, I don't know, I've been thinking about a little bit. I read something the other day that Back to Black won the Grammy for Best Pop Record of the Year, I think. And because of the production split of the album on the US version, apparently Ronson was the only person that got the reward. So Remi didn't actually get industry recognition for anything that he'd done on Back to Black.
Oh, man.
Which, I don't know, I mean, I felt kind of tight about that. I feel like he's been such an integral figure in kind of bringing her up from, Rough Diamond with that amazing voice, on Frank, where I think he produced some amazing songs like In My Bed, Fuck Me Pumps, and is it just
Help Yourself as well? Amazing.
Help Yourself,
song.
yeah,
amazing
man.
song.
Amazing. And then to kind of not get the recognition, all anybody does is ever talk about Mark Ronson's album. I kind of feel bad for him.
I mean, I agree, but do you not think that's just Ronson all over? Like, I think part of it is that he was on the cusp of becoming this huge artist in his own right. He essentially became the superstar producer. He released Version the year after this, right? So it's natural, I think, that people were drawn to him and drawn to the songs on his, which were, as you say, generally the bigger singles. And it's just, he's had this his whole career, and he has it even more now. It's so weird to me, like, whatever producer is heralded in the way that Mark Ronson is. Like, Uptown Funk is a Bruno Mars song, except it's Bruno Mars feat Mark Ronson, but he's the producer.
Yeah,
it's like, what other fucking producer has like a feat in these? It's so weird. Like, why does he always insist on thrusting himself into the spotlight? Like, maybe you can tell that neither of us particularly like Mark Ronson, but it's so bizarre. Like,
compare that with I watched an interview with Salaam Remi the other day, where the interviewer's like really trying to push this angle that he should feel bitter about the fact he didn't get the Grammy. And Remi, for those who don't know, he's just like this kind of large, like, he looks like a friendly guy. From the relationship with Amy, you can tell that it's always just about the music and about her being happy. And he kind of says something like, look, man, like, if winning awards is how you judge your career, then, fair enough. But that has never, ever been what I'm about. Like, I made some amazing music with Amy that I'm incredibly proud of. And for me, that's all that matters. And, sometimes people say that and you kind of still think,
fuck off.
But you've got to be pretty pissed. With him, it's just so genuine. Yeah. And I just really, really like the guy.
Okay, I mean, I agree. And you take that and then you compare it with, have you seen the Mark Ronson MTV Cribs kind of edition? It's not MTV Cribs, but it's an equivalent of that. I think it's Variety.
No. What's that?
Well, it's just, I mean, first of all, I think he has some terrible taste in home furnishings. But the other thing is, it's just, I think there's one moment, and maybe I'm misremembering this because my kind of feelings about him are infecting it, but I'm pretty sure he has like a big display of all his Grammys, and he's exactly the kind of guy who's probably like, Uptown Funk won Grammy for Best Song or whatever like that. So yeah,